Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got for you right now. If you like those Brazilian cars that maybe in parts of the world you didn't see them as this brand or this specific model, then you're looking at the right video. Because what we got for you right now, it's a 143 scale 1979 Chevrolet Chevette SL. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Brazilian version. So when I say Chevrolet Chevette, it's not the American version, which is the original model that came out with the Chevette. This is the South American version of it. Basically, this car was popular very much in South America. I'm not sure about Central America or Mexico, but I'm definitely sure in example Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, Ecuador, Uruguay, Peru. These cars were popular, specifically their homeland, Brazil. Now, this right here is the 1979 model. Basically, this model, I give you a little details about this car. This car came out in 1973. Let me just, yeah, 1973. And this Chevette, not specifically this model, but the whole Brazilian version of the Chevrolet Chevette has it's been it was produced until 1993. Actually, in parts of other parts of the South America, they were produced. In example, in Ecuador until 1996, in Colombia in 1998, and in Chile they were produced from 1976 to 1983. Also, they made a version called GMC Chevette, and that was the one that was produced in Argentina. But the Argentinian model is a different model, it's not specifically this one. It will be the newer model re- that came out in the 80s. But going back to this model right here, like I said, it came out in 1973. In 1978, had its let me tell you right now, had his 1978 had his first series of facelift. So the front end specifically, they remodeled it in 1978, which is this one right here. In 1983, they remodeled it again. And the big modification, the big refresher came out in 1987, which is basically like a whole outside looks is quite different. The same shape, more or less, but it's very different in the outside, the looks, and everything. And that one that I was mentioning to you when they 1987 when they changed the whole looks of the car, that's when it got popular in Argentina. Example. And but this model, like I said, it was a South American hit. It was a very popular car. As you can tell, this model comes from Opel, even though it's a Chevrolet. And we may think, oh, they brought the Chevrolet Chevette produced in North America, but no, they brought the Chevrolet Chevette that they made in South America, copied from the Opel Cadet, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the Cadet. And I love the one that was produced in North America. I think it was such a simple hatchback. If you have a chance, you can Google it. The Chevrolet Chevette from North America. It was a basic car, but this one was more like had a sedan, had a hatchback, had a station wagon, had a lot of more options to provide the the market itself, the market altogether, which is quite interesting. Now, engine wise, let's see what we have. We have quite a few engines. It depends on, I guess, the years, but I'll mention them all. We have 1.0 four cylinder. All of these are four cylinders, by the way. You have 1.0, a 1.4, and a 1.5. 1.6, and the 1.8 is a diesel engine. Okay. Now, transmission, you had a 4 and a 5 speed manual. And then in the 1.6 engine, you had an option of a 3 speed automatic, but that's only in the 1.6 engine. I like that. It's not too common that you got to see, especially in South America back in the days. We're talking about the 70s and 80s, that you have an automatic option. Because in South America, they are the same way like in Europe, and I think most of basically around the world. Standard shift is the common denominator. Automatics are like more the rare one, except in North America, specifically in USA and Canada. I'm not sure about Mexico, how the market industry when it comes to transmissions, what they prefer. But I know in New York, oh my God, excuse me. Why I was saying New York, I just pulled out one state out of the 50. Excuse me. In New York, in California, in Oregon, and blah blah blah, Pennsylvania, everything, and the rest of the states, all the USA, and I don't know why I came. Where did I just pull New York out of it? But anyway, and in Canada, and I will not start mentioning cities in Canada. Do not worry. They were more into automatics. I got sidetracked for a moment. After I said New York, I have to say, what am I saying? What am I saying? And I'm not editing because I do not edit these videos. What I say is what stays. Deal with it. All right, guys. I'm gonna let it go around a few times. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So let me ask you, for everyone out there, have you ever seen one of these cars? I'm talking about the Chevrolet. I don't want to say, oh, I saw the Opal. Well, you can say I saw the Opal. Let me know. Let me open my question. Do you remember these models as an Opal, as a Chevrolet, as an Isuzu, as a Holden, and friends in Australia and New Zealand? Hey, you let me know. How were these cars sold in your country? Do you still see them around? Have you ever drove one of these? Were they reliable? All these questions and much more. It sounds like a scary movie from the past. No, yeah. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these cars, where you guys are from, what scales you guys collect, and all of the above. Definitely, I would love to know more about what you guys think about these cars, and if you like them and all that. All right, guys, don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up. I really, really, really appreciate. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for clicking the subscribe button and the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you, in case you didn't know, it will remind you when I'm posting more videos. All right, take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.